Hey YouTube, what's up? Scarecrow here, and I'm here today to do a deck profile for you guys on my Narakami deck now that it's like a real thing in Standard now. So, get started. Obviously, we have our starter like we do for every other deck. Then for the trigger lineup, I am playing 6 crit and 6 draw, and then obviously for the last 4 we have our 4 heals. I'm not 100% sold. I'm playing crits in the deck. Fronts might end up being better, but I do like crits so far right now, so that's why I'm sticking with them at the moment. I might change my mind later down the line, but I do like crits right now just because like crits are just good triggers in general. They're very consistent, and they make the opponent afraid of your Vanguard. And in a deck where your Vanguard can restand, the opponent has to worry about the crits even that much more. For the extra draws, it's an Excel deck. You need card advantage in order to play cards. For the grade 1s, we got our 4 Demolition Dragon. This guy is pretty cool. He's a 10k. If your opponent has no rear guards in the front row, and when he's on Vanguard Circle, so like when you ride him, if he hits, he draws a card, which is really cool. That's what I like about this guy. Next, we got another really good grade 1, Rising Phoenix. When you bind an opponent's rear guard, you can revive the Phoenix to the rear guard and give him a boost. This card is really good. Drop it down, guard for 10, your turn, kill their guy, get a free booster. It's really good. And for the last grade 1, we got 4 Helena. I really like this card. I appreciate it. It's almost overkill to play 4, but you want to make sure you see it because it's so helpful. When you run out of counterblasts, but you kill a card, you can Soul Blast and countercharge. Yeah. Very helpful. This deck's very counterblast heavy. For the grade 2s, first off, we got our 4 Recklessness Dragon. This guy is really good. He's one of the best cards of the deck, honestly. When you ride or call him to rear guard, counterblast 1, get rid of a rear guard, and he also gets +3 when your opponent's front row is lacking. So he can hit good numbers, and he clears the front row and lets the rest of the deck do its thing. Then next, I'm playing 4 Thunderstorm Dragoon. He's just a beat stick. It's an Excel deck. This card's an easy beat stick. His effect's almost always active. That's really all there is to him. Beat stick. And then for the last grade 2 spot, I'm playing 4 Dragonic Death Scythe. Now, some people might think that's crazy. They're like, but his Soul Blast is so high. I typically don't really get bothered by the Soul Blast too much. I'm not planning to like use his skill like multiple times a game. I'm gonna use it. I'm probably gonna use it once, which is fine. The other thing about this guy is just during the battle that he's attacking, if there's no rear guard in the front row that's in the same column as him, he gets a +5. So like when he's in like an Excel circle, there's obviously no one there, and then even then it's pretty easy because this is a deck that specializes in killing the front row, to just put him in a spot where there won't be anyone there and he's just a 14. So he's mostly just filling the role of like the Thunderstorm Dragoon as being a beat stick, but has an expensive way to also clear field if I really need him. So now for the grade 3s, we got our 4 Stinger. This card is pretty cool. When you ride it or call it, you can snipe a rear guard and buff him. And then when you ride on him, he moves from the soul to the rear and gives the Vanguard +10. So you ride on your when you ride him, kill something, next turn ride another guy. You don't lose him. he just moves to the rear guard, and then you could use his unplaced skill and kill another rear guard. So he's a pretty cool card. I like him a lot, actually. And he combos well with the next card, the 4 Detonics Drill Dragon. This card is pretty cool. Reminds me a lot of Ziegenberg from Kagero. When he attacks, you can counterblast and kill someone, which is really helpful. They could have just made this guy have the rest of the ability where you can discard cards equal to their rear guards and stand. Even if all he did was stand, that'd be reasonable. But the fact that they gave him the ability to kill one more rear guard in the front row is pretty cool. So I like this guy. He combos really well with Stinger too. So, and then for my last grade, my last spot in the deck, in my last grade 3, I play one Great Composer Dragon just as a tech. I don't really want to ride him, but he's not awful. So, because he's beefy and defensive. But the best part of this guy is that he works on Vanguard and Rearguard. So if you have to ride him, it's not the end of the world. But he's also a pretty cool Rearguard. Like, even if your opponent's only got like one empty front row and you go to battle, this guy's a 17 by himself. That's pretty good, actually. So, yeah, that covers this. Thank you for watching.